his newly freed slave, and I think treasure as well. Not treasure, sorry, fucking Bazrai as well. I've gone to pick up the prisoner's family, but I believe the plan is to rendezvous to the ship. I'm just curious, are you two going back to the ship suite?
Carlos will return to the ship immediately to start working on the papers, unless Vinshenzo wants him to stay with him.
The choice is yours. I wasn't trying to like order people around. I was just trying to RP.
Yeah, no. Carlos is fine with heading back to the ship and starting on that since it's kind of important.
Yeah, I think what we have to do is we have to like sneak back in and replace the doctored documents with the real ones for it to actually mean anything.
As far as what goes?
His paperwork.
Because are you expecting them to like check the paperwork as he leaves?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carlos will like sneak back out, or just leave, because I mean he can do that, and then he can meet Vinshenzo and Price wherever they want, and he can give him his new paperwork in about an hour.
Cool.
If that's acceptable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can just do that.
I don't see why not.
Hell yeah.
I don't see why not. Nothing could possibly happen.
Don't like the way he said that.
Yeah.
He.
I don't like it when the DM's happy.
The sun is shining. The DM is smiling. Oh.
Yeah.
God, the DM is rolling.
So yeah, I know in the RP post I was kind of like bossing people around, but y'all can. I will acknowledge your decision and accept it.
This is the moment where the decision is made, though, so that we all understand which direction the world is moving.
We should consider having somebody head back to the ship early, though.
I mean, that's what Carlos is gonna do.
If you could do that, tell the crew to make ready to leave for a bit. That way, when we board, we can just leave. So,
you know, Carlos, you should really just leave early and get everything going. All right, like.
No.
You've done everything.
Must I do everything for you people?
Yeah.
Okay. Paelias, where are you heading off to? Back to the ship as well?
No, I'll follow Vastrai and Vincent.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So you accompany the two of them to this little row of townhouses in a dusty side alley, all the way up in the middle of the maze of dense residential districts. Thomas disappears inside his house really quickly, reappears to let you know that he just needs to have his family pack a few possessions, and then they should be ready within 10 minutes.
They will offer assistance to help them pack if they would like an extra set of hands.
It is politely declined, stating that it's a shared family home and they wouldn't want to intrude on the privacy of others.
Understood.
He explains. After the 10 minutes are up, he shows up
I'm a
at the
kobold.
door.
He doesn't have to explain anything.
So Thomas, his wife Madeline, his two sons, a daughter, and an old man that he introduced as Uncle Charles come out, and he states that this is his family, and they are ready to leave, and they all have traveling clothes on and backpacks, little backpacks. It looks like they're stuffed to the rim with a few extra odds and ends. and they're ready to go.
Hell yeah.
It's time. We need to get out of here.
I will offer to cast Mage Hand to carry something up to 10 pounds.
How generous.
How generous. They graciously accept your offer, and the youngest son, Rudy, runs in the house and comes back about a minute later, holding a small dog. He said, "We couldn't carry him, but if you'd like to carry him for us," and the dog's about 10 pounds.
I love it.
The Mage Hand will carry him by the scruff of its neck.
What the fuck?
I love it. Fucking outstanding, sir.
Okay.
You offered.
Yeah.
Little boy wanted his dog. Anyways, they bid their farewells, and as they fall in line, Price explains that he's not taking his whole family. He just wanted to take his immediate family, and the rest of them. He tells you that there's 3 generations of Prices living in that little townhouse.
Wow.
He kind of whisks a tear as he leaves home for what may be the last time.
And do you think they will do well here, left by themselves without the fearless legionnaire?
He nods his head and he says, "Oh yes, my brother will take good care of him. He's got a good wealthy job as a taxman. They're well taken care of." And yeah, they are prepped and ready for travel. I would like to let Carlos know that his quick return to the checkpoint goes without error, so you're able to get it back to the ship okay. As you're leaving the city and crossing down the big stairs, you notice that security's been beefed up on the exit, and your papers are always challenged when you leave the city, but you can see ahead that there seems to be a few more guards waiting around. And as you have your papers cleared through, they don't spare a second glance, but you can tell that they're on edge and they're looking for someone or something.
Are there any posters or papers or anything within sight that I could tell who they're looking for?
Roll me perception.
I will do so with gusto.
Oh.
Okay. So that is 22.
Even when I roll badly, I roll well.
Yes, that's the best part of being a rogue, honestly.
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice 2 very professionals having what you would call a professional disagreement, in the sense that 2 soldiers are arguing quite bitterly in hushed tones without making an effort to not use unrestrained body language, and they're both having a verbal disagreement kind of thing. Trying not to draw attention, but they draw your attention because you're a rogue and you notice these things. First creature is of no interest to you. It is just a human soldier dressed in the clothes of one of the Azorius arresters, the police force of the city. But he is arguing with a drow in beetle black armor.
Continue.
There are no signs or posters. You are too far away to hear the conversation, as they are speaking off in a corner, a more secure corner, but still within plain sight. There's nothing to indicate that they are looking for your face in specific or the vagabond specific. There doesn't seem to be anything other than abnormally beefed up guard presence.
Is there any way I can kind of nonchalantly get close enough to hear what they're discussing?
Eavesdrop.
Yeah.
There are a number of guards nearby. They're sort of within a perimeter of one of the gaggle of extra reinforcements. They're after the paper checking point, so you'd be able to clear your papers, leave the actual checkpoint where they're checking people out, and move past. And they're sort of in like the little QRF security area type thing. So you can get closer.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay. Pass through. As I mentioned, your papers are fine. They don't see anything wrong with you. They don't give you a second look. You're not who they're looking for, apparently.
Yeah.
And to roll deception. There is no area to really hide. It's fairly well lit. But as you're trying to not really be drawing attention, I'll get you to do deception.
19?
19's cool.
A cool 19.
I gotta actually think of something that they're arguing about. So they are discussing.
Oh.
They are discussing back and forth. It seems as though this Drow is quite anxious for results, stating that that whatever the criminals are, they must be returned to the Golgari's hands for questioning and for punishment, as they have committed a crime on guild property.
Mm.
And the Azorius is mentioning that if anybody should be found, it'll be handled by Ravnica's Senate and their justice branch, given the fact that it was a crime on Ravnica, or new Ravnica. And they have their robust opinions, and they are robustly arguing these two points. Looks like the cops want to enforce the law. The guild wants to exact their own punishment on whatever perpetrators. They don't reference what crime was committed, but clearly a crime has been committed, and the Golgari are looking to get their just desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Only one more perception now that you're sort of down closer into that security area.
Sure. Okay, another 22.
Another 22. There's another watcher watching.
Are you watching me? Watching him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah. I blush and avert my gaze. No, not really.
There's an individual in plain clothes, entirely ordinary human. He's drinking a cup of tea at a cafe that's within easy line of sight of the arch. I can actually use this beautiful little map here.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh.
So you're around here, hanging out here. And there's a man at the corner of this little building here. He's drinking his tea, as I said, at a nice little table outside a cafe. And he's watching you.
Watching me in particular?
You're like Sixth Sense, Spidey, like direct eye contact, like someone's looking at me is going off. And you can see like this individual is looking in directly your direction.
Okay. Alright, so this is what I want to do here, alright?
Okay.
So I want to purchase a beverage somewhere. It doesn't matter where or what. It just has to, I guess, leave it. Well, it doesn't even have to leave us 10. But I want to purchase a beverage. And then once I do that, I want to casually approach this man, just like not like going at him, just like I'm passing by. And then my character is going to pretend to trip and spill the drink on him. And then he's going to like profusely like apologize, and he's gonna like, grab a napkin or a towel, and he's gonna like try to dry him off, right? And while he's doing that, he's gonna try to fish around in his pockets to try to find some kind of identification on who this guy is.
Okay, so we're gonna do a series of rolls.
Okay.
Oh.
First one is going to be performance for the trip.
My decent. Not really good at performance. Let's see what happens. I'll use inspiration on that. I think I had 1 inspiration left.
Oh.
Okay, that's better. 14.
14, okay. And then, all right, so it's not the most elegant of performances, but nevertheless, you take there's a small like, it's like a sweet tea thing. You have your little paper cup of sweet tea, and you spill this lovely syrupy liquid on this poor man. It gets all over his shirt, and he sputters and stammers and swears at you, or in general, and he grabs at a tablecloth to try and pick it up as he's looking quite upset.
Right, so I grab the tablecloth before him, and I start drying him off and apologizing, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to try to see if I can find anything in his pockets that might indicate who he is. I'd be looking for, like, maybe a badge or paper.
For certain, so I'm going to get you to roll sleight of hand for that.
Say no more. Okay, no worries. 25.
Did Carlos steal this drink?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Deduct 1 copper piece. Sweet tea.
Thanks.
I guess that does kind of matter. I got so worked up on the neat little trick there.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25 you said?
Yes.
Good lord. All right, you perfectly pickpocket his passport.
Outstanding. Okay, when I get that, I slide into my pocket or something without him seeing, and I'm going to apologize again, and I'm going to hand him a gold coin for his trouble.
And he says, "Watch where you step next time." And he takes the gold coin, and he gets up, and he takes his tea into the cafe, muttering.
Right. I'm going to quickly scamper off before you can realize that I took anything.
Okay. How are you scampering? Are you gonna like scamper off and hide somewhere, or are you just trying to book it?
So I'm going to casually walk somewhere to break line of sight with wherever he is. And then I'm probably gonna move a little quicker, maybe at a fast walking pace, back to the ship.
Back to the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're walking, this is sort of fairly midway through the day in terms of the sun, so it's quite bright. There's no real shadows. It's very easy to see. There's a lot of people though who are walking around out here, so you got a pretty good crowd to blend into.
Oh yeah, and plus I'm small, so it's like,
yeah.
Where did he go?
Which is really lucky, because after you make it about 100 feet, and you're starting to mingle with the pedestrians who are going to and from the arch, you hear a very angry shout from the door of the cafe that you've just briskly walked away from. So the man comes out, starts wildly looking around for you.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'll get you to roll stealth.
To blend in with the crowd?
Yes, sir. And he's going to be looking actively for you with his eyeballs.
Ooh, well, sucks for him because I just got 28.
Okay, well that does a hell of a lot better than his 17.
Hell yeah, dude.
And he looks around futilely, in vain, to no avail, and he storms off in a direction of in between these two buildings.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 132 did something wrong.
What?
I don't know, my computer just angrily yelled at me.
Oh.
Rude. It does that sometimes. Okay, you've made it into the crowd. You stumbled off in the wrong direction.
Outstanding. Alright. So I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the ship, and I'm gonna check the passport once I'm safely on the ship.
Okay. You check the passport, and it tells you that this is a man by the name of Dran Wara. Dran spelled Drahn. Wara spelled Wara, if it matters. Anyways, Dran Wara comes from the south side of New Ravnica, and he works as member of one of the postal enclaves. He's like a mid-level administrator, is what his passport shows him as being.
Okay.
You also see... Sorry. You also find a couple what looks like banknotes, pieces of paper, IOUs for... One is for 20 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And one is for 15 silver pieces.
Say that again, 15 silver pieces?
A 20 gold piece banknote and a 15 silver banknote.
Damn, I made cash on that one. All that for a gold piece and a copper.
As you're looking through sort of passport documents and these two things, I'd like you to roll investigation for me.
Investigation? Okay.
Investigation, yeah.
Okay, that's a good roll. So that is 24.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Dogs were being assholes. So with your 24 investigation, you are able to notice that there are some very odd little scriptures, some sort of code or some sort of encoded message is written out along the borders of not just the passport, but the two banknotes as well.
Okay, some kind of scripture, huh?
Yeah.
Some kind of code. Am I able to determine what it is? What it means?
I'm double checking that. I don't want to give something away that's not
Earned.
Not blatantly obvious. Okay, it's a secret message in Thieves' Cant.
Ooh, I know that.
Yeah. Identifying this man as a House Dimmer Whisperer.
House Demare, you said?
Yeah, like the CIA whisper guy.
Shit.
You just got an enemy agent, Bond. Or at least you got his documents.
Ah, shit.
Costumer agent. Got it. Get out spied, bitch.
Kardoc loves it.
Come on, you love it too.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne to the CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't have any orders, doesn't have anything other than that. It honestly looks like you just stole his wallet and ID, effectively, it seems. But the presence of the Thieves' Cant on the bank notes as well, it's just something to point out. The information there seems to be not just obvious, well, not obvious to anybody, but to you it looks like some sort of even further encrypted, probably inter-guild cant. Or some sort of writing where you can definitely tell it's the same sort of rhythm as what a Thieves' Cant message would be. But it's looking at the French version of that. It doesn't make sense to you, but you can tell that it should make sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it as ciphered Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, ciphered there you go. Or encrypted.
Shit. These guys are pros.
I'll have to hold on to those until I can figure out what it says then. Can't immediately catch them in. Alright. Am I able to figure out anything else?
Just from those papers, that's the that's the length and the width of it.
Okay.
I mean that ain't bad for a quick pickpocket.
No, not at all.
You just found the KGB spy.
Hell yeah, dude.
We gotta get back to Langley, agent. Okay, and you so you're gonna make your way back to the ship after you've read. No, sorry, you winged your way back to the ship and then you read the documents.
Yeah.
Or is it one before the other?
I went back to the ship, then I read the documents.
Cool. Well, hope nobody else was watching. So you're back on the ship, which is awesome. So Paelias and Vinshenzo and Vazarai hanging out in the burbs, the projects with Mr. Price and his family. And you guys, I believe, are also heading back.
Yes, I do believe we have everything to consider heading back.
Okay.
I must warn you, Mr. Price, that you are putting your your hangers-on at a bit of risk by entangling them in your web of misfortune.
Vazray's gonna pipe up. Well, considering the situation that they're in, I have a feeling that it's probably better to chance it than stay here if it's really going rough.
He's literally leaving some of his family behind because they can take care of themselves.
Are you suggesting that I go and find them?
No.
I thought as much.
Oh, you're worrying about their actual health and safety, not their financial security and well-being.
Okay. Your story's changed a little bit, buddy, is what I'm saying.
My story has changed a little bit in what way?
Thomas Price. Not yours, Thomas Price.
Didn't he? I'm pretty sure he told you that he was going to get his wife and kids.
And Uncle Elmer.
Yeah, old Uncle Bill. He's a retired legionnaire, and he falls directly under Thomas because he's the guy he served with. And he's like not old and infirm, but he's lost a leg, and they're poor, and he's taking care of them.
All right.
Hey man, you can tell him to leave it alone. Like I'm just saying this is what he did. Please, by all means, King Vinshenzo, if you want to passively aggressively stomp down the fucking
street.
street.
It's getting worse and worse by the minute.
You tell him to leave the guy behind. We can't leave the injured guy.
By the way, he doesn't have a leg.
Vazray continues to have a smile on her face.
He's not an inconvenience. To you, at least. He's an inconvenience to Thomas Price, though.
Yeah, until we get caught and we have to make a run for it, and old Uncle Elmer with one leg can't leg it because he only has one leg to give.
Kids. What are you gonna do?
One leg to leg.
Kids?
They're gonna take his other leg, Vinshenzo.
Yeah.
Shit. Me one leg in the war and the other with me taxes.
I've only one leg to leg, you see.
I'm just picturing the outcome that Uncle Elmer gets left behind, and then Vinshenzo, why did you do this to me? I can't.
New evil guy.
Know this.
He's gonna cut your wife. He's gonna become king.
If need be, my lord, I can lure whatever trouble you need away. Do remember that I can fly.
Oh, Miss Pinefall. That is
Simply
not what I'm suggesting. We will stick together.
I expected you to say that.
It will just get a bit more. It will just be a bit more complicated to come up with solutions if it comes to such an end.
Well, I've given you an idea. Should it come to pass, no, we should move.
Can Vazray carry someone?
Out of curiosity,
No,
was it like
probably not.
just because I can't think whether or not it was explained to like Bryce, like, hey, you're probably gonna be in danger. Like, was that ever communicated to him?
I don't think so.
Because
Considering where we just
you guys
were and all
are
that,
acting like you're gonna potentially have to do a breakout of
okay.
violence. I don't know if he was told that. I'm
this
just
guy
asking.
watched us like leg it out of the freaking internment camp, the rock
Exactly.
camp or whatever, and then he saw me go like, "Oh, Mr. Carlos is the best in the business at forging paperwork."
Yeah, he
Like,
should already know.
obviously we're not going like in the letter of the law.
I was also
Yeah,
told to bring
I didn't ask you
Bryce
that.
out of
I
this
asked you if
place,
you.
So
Yeah, I'm asking you if you told him that this was going to be like a dangerous go, because he did specifically say, "Okay, cool. Is it alright if I get my wife and kids?"
I didn't.
I understand, like, oh yeah, old Uncle Elmer. I'm
I thought this went without
actually asking.
explaining.
Okay, but without explaining, you just kind of expected that he was gonna sort of take that at
Understand
face
the
value.
hints that we're dropping.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Picking up what we're putting down, buddy.
He's not exactly
I-
what you would call
I
like
just said that.
the world's smartest person. So we'll say that you haven't fucking left yet, and he goes and stuffs old Uncle Elmer back inside. And...
No, he can take Uncle. We will
We'll take
guarantee his safety.
Don't
I
leave
didn't
him
realize this
behind.
would be such a big issue.
Take him with. Come on.
Come
Gotta
on,
get out of here.
Come on, DM. Let's do it.
Why are
Realize
you
this would be a
being so
federal fucking
ableist,
issue.
Vincenzo?
It's only gonna cost him another leg. What else is there to lose?
Listen, I'm just trying to fulfill my DEI quotas here, okay? Okay, we're gonna take Elmer. We take Uncle Elmer. We take
Yes.
Uncle Charles Price.
I'm not saying like, oh, it's bullshit that you're dealing me this hand as a DM. I'm saying, okay, Mr. Price, like, you're kind of pushing the extent of our hospitality here.
I wasn't sure for a second there. Kind of concerned. Like quite an overreaction to an old man with one leg. Oh shit. Okay, cool. We carry on then. You guys make your way down. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh boy, you're the one-legged guy. Can you help him escape too?
Don't forget Mima.
Oh,
Mima's better knitting club.
Hell
Straight
yeah.
up.
Man, these guys got some stories to tell if we ever manage to get back to Sanctuary.
The refugees.
I will guarantee their safety, but they are putting themselves at risk by accompanying you in this.
Aye, well, they're probably at risk of living in this place. It's a powder keg about to blow off.
My point exactly.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Okay, they follow you. Now, the time-space continuum of this entire event, roughly now is when Carlos has gotten back to the ship, read about the fact that this is a KGB agent spy, the House Demir, and you guys have now headed on your way down to down towards the gate. It'll take you an hour of walking from where you are to get to the gatehouse at the top of the stairs. But that's like, direct route.
Carlos should take to the rooftops.
I'm just pointing out, like, direct travel, it takes an hour. If you guys want to purposefully elongate your journey, that's up to you.
Oh, I thought this was just Carlos.
Carlos is currently back at the ship. Whatever Carlos has to do is whatever Carlos has to do. Currently, you guys being
I thought you were
Paelias.
saying Carlos was okay.
No.
Sure, we will walk normally.
Okay. As I said, like at a travel, if you guys want to just take the hour to get there, that's cool. If you want to try and elongate it, I'm just giving you information. All right. So you're gonna forge some documents, Carlos?
Yes. So I'm gonna do two things right now. I'm going to change the documents for price per Vinshenzo's wishes. And after that, I'm going to alter my disguise so that it differs from what I looked like previously.
Oh.
Just in case that spy is looking for me. Because he knows what I look like or what my disguise was, but he doesn't know what my paperwork is, so I don't have to worry about changing my paperwork.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. Roll me your deception.
For
the quality of your disguise.
Okay, this time the disguise is 21.
Hell
21?
Pretty good disguise.
That's a solid roll.
Okay. And you're gonna leave the ship with this new disguise on at a 21.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm going to... I remember that there was a specific thing that we all ended up having a chat about in regards to the forgery kit. Now I have to remember what it was. But do your forging thing for your documents that you're forging.
Okay.
Proficiency with this kit allows you proficiency bonus to... Okay, yeah, that.
So what am I roll? Was it dexterity or...
I believe it was sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay. So that is 25.
Make a beautiful new set of New Ravnica passport documents for Thomas Price. Or for whatever his new alias is.
Did he want to keep his... Vinshenzo would have told me. Did he want to keep the same identity and just not be a slave, or did he want a new identity?
Oh. That would be up to Mr. What's his name?
Be up to Mr. Price.
I assume he would want to keep his own because he's like a proud legionnaire or whatever.
He just regards these as a set of papers to grant his freedom. He doesn't care what you do.
Okay, would it be possible to just change the papers so that it says he's no longer a slave then and he's a free citizen?
Yeah,
or would I also have to change?
He has been freed.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Like debt paid, his gambling debts are paid, and he's free.
He is free.
Yeah, something like that.
Seems fine to me.
Hell yeah. With a beautiful 25, he has earned his freedom and has free man identities. He is Freeman.
Freeman.
No regrets, Mr. Freeman.
Ah, Mr. Freeman. Okay. Deadly. What are you gonna do with all this stuff? You're gonna...
So now I'm going to head back in. I'm gonna track down Vinshenzo in the group.
As you come up from below decks,
great.
because I assume you did all of this at the below decks.
Oh yeah, this is the kind of stuff you do away from any kind of eyes.
Yeah. So you start walking up the stairs, and one of the crew's armsmen sort of politely stops you. He taps your shoulder as you're walking up the stairs. He's leaning at the top, and he says, "Hold on a second, Mr. Santiago. Somebody's been watching us."
Would it happen to be and I'd describe what the man looked like. That kind of individual?
He nods his head and says, "Yes, him. But also, there've been 2 or 3 others who've been watching us all day."
Yes. Well, I believe they are, hold on, what was it? I have this written down. They are House Demir agents. You would do well to keep an eye on them, especially if they're watching us. Keep a log of their comings and goings, how long they're watching for, if you can tell what they look for, or have somebody else do this thing if your duties preclude you. Just as long as somebody is always keeping track of them. If they're keeping track of us, we should keep track of them.
He nods his head and says he'll also inform Captain Nephis.
Yes, that is good.
He advises you. He says, "Be careful, Mr. Santiago. They might see you leave the ship."
Is there any way off of this ship without being seen?
Over the side.
Perhaps.
It's the only other way aside from the gangplank.
Alright.
Is Carlos gonna go skinny dipping?
Maybe not skinny dipping.
Oh my.
Unless. But where are we right now? I forget. Where's our ship?
HMS Fortune.
In the port.
Look at that.
Ah, okay, that's better.
You guys are... to scale.
To scale.
I believe you were right there.
Okay, and I'd like to take a look around and see if I did take a dip, if there are any places I could get out of the water without being observed.
Roll me perception.
You can do that. So that is 25.
Okay. I know the little picture board here doesn't have a whole bunch of ships, but the bays are packed right now, or the berths are packed right now. So there's a lot of ships rigging and sails and all the kind of stuff that's sort of polluting the visual, it's providing visual clutter, concealment sort of thing, or at least it is making it a little bit more complicated than just an open field. So given the fact that you and this other ship are quite close together, there's another ship over here.
Could I potentially jump and or swing from one ship's rigging to the other?
You could.
Oh.
But that's quite high up, and you do run the risk of being seen. If you go too high up, it's just as obvious.
So I'd have to go somewhere in the middle, where the sails are wide. Yes?
Yes, or at least keep yourself concealed somehow, yeah. A lot of these sails are rolled up, right? They're not down. They ain't sailing.
So would it be stealthier to try to dive off the back of the ship and try to get to another ship or dock, or would it be better to try to jump from one to the other?
I think that's a decision Carlos has to make.
Investigation.
Do you want me to do investigation?
Well, you're asking me if it's stealth. I suppose it would be stealthier to dive off the back of the ship and then swim to a sure, that would definitely also be stealthy. But it's up to you. It's up to you to really sort of decide which risk you want to take.
Well,
in terms of there's no perfect answer.
I guess being soaking wet could pose a problem.
But at the same time, being soaking wet is below the general line of vision versus climbing up, and basically you're effectively up in a tree silhouetted by open sky.
Yeah.
When you go up on the rigging. So that's what I mean by your choices have pros and cons. Yeah, you're jumping into the water, there's a potential somebody could see you swimming around. But if you climb up high, there's a potential somebody could see you. So it's Carlos's decision to make, is why I said that.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess Carlos is gonna try to take the high road.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Whether that is jumping onto the, I don't know what you would call the horizontal sections of the mast, I guess.
It's the mast.
Okay.
I think it's the mast.
The rigging.
Sure, yeah, he'd jumping on rigging and jumping across, or grabbing a rope and swinging or something. But I mean, he would do that as far as he can. That he can feasibly get from ship to ship before stopping and exiting onto the docks. So that on the off chance somebody does see him, maybe he can get far enough away where they lose track of him in the ships.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna. So you're able to climb up a ladder to get at least part of the way up. It's a boom. It's the name of that big thing on top of the sail.
No, the boom is at the bottom of the sail.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's what moves. It's what positions the sail to catch the wind.
Oh, damn! I was wrong. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad I was corrected. I was totally happy just calling those things booms from now on. So you're able to climb partway up the mast with a ladder. And the time you get to your intended destination, I'm going to get you to roll acrobatics to make your way along.
I can do that.
The edge.
Acrobatics is one of my better skills. $25.
25 is pretty good, and as you're trying to keep yourself concealed, I'd like you to roll stealth as well.
Yeah. That's fair. Oh! Natural 20? That's a 30?
Shit. Some real spy crap.
Kobold's Creed, Black Flag.
Swashbuckler.
Keeps getting away with it.
Yeah, you make your way stealthily along the
Fucking parkouring from ship to ship.
silently and stealthily. As you get to the edge, you're gonna have to make your jump. That's gonna be an athletics.
Oh.
I'm decent at athletics.
He
Though.
fucking jumps and smacks right into the side of the ship.
16.
Oh no!
15. How are
That's
you
a
intending to
solid
try
roll.
and get your way across? Like, are you trying to land on the other side like it's a tightrope walking beam thing, or are you just trying to like sort of grab onto it?
Because at this point I'm jumping from like rigging to rigging, right?
Yeah, you're jumping off of your ship to the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just grab onto it with my hands because I feel like that would be easier to not fall than trying to land on it with my feet. Personally.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So as you leap the gap, you plummet towards, you jump up high and you start plummeting down towards the set of rigging that you intend to cross, and you just mistime it enough that instead of being able to grab onto the post right away, it slams right into your chest, dealing 1d6 blunt damage to you.
Ouch. Want me to roll it, or are you rolling it?
You can roll it. You got it in your hand. RNGesus is with you.
6. He's not with me.
Ow! You hit a little too hard.
Jesus is against you.
Right?
Maybe I shouldn't be the one praying.
I'm winded.
And I want you to take a dex saving throw to see whether or not you can actually grab onto it as you start to bounce off.
Okay, no worries. 29.
Oh, you're fine. So there you are, hanging by your hands off the side of basically just a post sticking out in the middle of the air, freshly winded, trying to be stealthy. What do, Carlos? What do?
So I'm going to fucking try to swing myself up onto the beam. Just kind of swing back, forward, then spin up, kind of, roll over up.
Hell yeah. At this point in time, subtlety really, there's no way to hide. You are entirely out in the open, so I'm assuming you want to get this done as quick as possible, so let's get an acrobatics roll.
Okay. 25.
You effortlessly spin yourself up onto the top of the beam, and you make your way along the rigging to the mast.
I rub my chest. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Yeah.
All right. Am I able to jump to another ship?
There is another ship, but the distance is wider.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna just think I can do it.
Dude, you never roll below like a 15. You're good, bro.
All right.
Carlos has always
with
been
that,
there.
I guess I have to now. I'm gonna go for it.
Now it's my fault if something bad happens.
All right, combo of acrobatics and stealth to get across the next set of rigging. To get to the jumping point, I should say. Because we're all.
Okay. So acrobatics 25. Stealth you said too?
Yo! Oh, I forgot I had these. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
What was the second roll?
Acrobatics and stealth.
Okay, stealth is 28. Acrobatics was 25.
Stealth is 28. Acrobatics 25.
Yep, and specifically, I'm aiming for like ropes this time, so I don't fucking smack into a wooden beam.
Note of thematic curiosity. Are you wearing gloves?
He is.
Yeah, I have those gauntlets. Remember?
That's good, because that really burn.
Not that scale. So fuck you.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I've seen chicken's feet. I don't think they'd hold up well to rope burn either.
All right. Well, good thing I'm wearing gauntlets then.
Yeah. All right. So, roll me your
Cobaltlins.
athletics for jumping across ye olde gap. Oh.
Oh baby. All right. So that is 24.
24. You manage to get yourself landed in and amongst the ropes, ensuring that you're all nestled up and got plenty of things to grab hold of.
Hell yeah.
As for how stealthily you made it, there's no way to make that stealthy with all the ropes wobbling and shit in the forest. So I really hope no one was looking.
It was exceptionally stealthy, though.
I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it must have been the wind.
Yeah.
It's like, was that a door creaking open?
All right, Spider-Man, what are you going to do next?
All right. Is there anyone below me?
Roll perception.
Okay, George of the Jungle.
Why not Tarzan?
That's what. Let's see. It's 16 plus. Set perception, right? 12.
Yes,
28.
28. Yeah, there's two crewmen. You're in this ship now.
Are they? Where are they?
You're totally beating me to the punch here. Just give me a second.
Whoa.
You're doing a good job. They're totally not Fortune crew members. They're hanging out like that.
Is that also how they're facing?
This guy's checking out over here. He's looking at the gangplank. Guy's staring out at the pretty ladies that are on the sidewalk.
Wow.
Okay. Is there anyone on the next ship?
Your 28 perception, you can see that there is also a watchman, but it is just a watchman.
Give me a second. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh. It's like the daytime TV ad break. As soon as you hear the cinematic vehicle crunch and the very obvious siren.mp3, then they go to the ads and you find out guy just scraped his foot.
Dang, I was hoping he died.
Oh no, there's gonna be a big fight. Oh, they just had a minor disagreement immediately made up afterwards. You guys are just walking, eh?
Yeah.
For now, yeah.
You're just making your way downtown, walking fast, kicking ass.
You don't need papers to go out of the city, right? Only in?
Well, to the best of your knowledge.
I've gone in and out of this city.
I'm aware of that, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
To the best of your knowledge, they don't usually stop people, but they always have security there. And they do, like, they check the random person to see where they're at and where they're going.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the U.S.-Canada border in terms of like how much scrutiny there is coming in which direction. Obviously, leaving New Ravnica is more like entering Canada.
Used to be a lot easier.
What's it like now? Like, what's the difference?
You used to be able to get in with just a US ID, but now you need a passport.
Oh, it's the same on our side too. You used to be able to just go through with like a Canadian driver's license. Now you need a passport as well.
Yeah, that's gay. I mean, you can do that to Mexico, but you won't be able to get back without a passport.
Yeah, it's because Mexico doesn't give a shit.
You can just go anytime you want.
All right, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
Where is that other watchman at the other ship? Where's he at? And what's he doing?
Sorry, I immediately slacked off when you had a phone call.
Here. On the phone? I guess I don't have anything to do.
We were talking about the U.S.-Canada border and discussing... Oh, why did they both turn? And discussing them walking back and whether or not they're... You know, that kind of stuff. He's looking out this way. He's looking onto the walkway.
Other gangplank? Okay.
Yeah.
So both of these guys are watching their respective gangplanks.
Well, they're not like watching the gangplank as much as they're watching like the boardwalk, right? It's just the side of the ship that they happen to be on.
Okay.
And they're like leaning out, looking out, you know, enjoying the day, being watchmen. They're on duty.
For sure.
You don't really have much to do on duty except look for things.
Where are the
Always on
gangplanks
duty.
located? Are they like middle of the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
I will dwat them. They'll be orange. It will not be that big. One up to there.
Oh, I like how it actually angled up too. That's cool.
It's pretty neat.
I like that. Makes it actually look 3D.
One up to there. One up to there. No, we'll do that.
Hell yeah. Alright, so I guess at this point Carlos is going to climb down and he's going to try to I guess head down the gangplank unless there's another way off the ship.
You jump into the water.
Kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Wow. You just asked for other ways, not good ideas.
Okay. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna try to.
Okay, be
Stomp
sneaky.
around on
Roll
it.
your sneak.
I will try to sneak. Praise be the sneak god.
As sneak as can be.
Hell yeah. So that is 28.
28. Okay. Like a shadow. You creeping squirm through all the different corners and shadows and get yourself quietly off the ship.
Alright, now that that's taken care of, I'm gonna head to the gate, avoiding being in proximity of the fortune.
Oh, you head the long way around.
Yeah, I'll go the long way around.
Heading all the way out here, up here,
Sure.
around. And
10 minutes or something, I don't care.
Yeah. And you get up to the gate in your flashy new disguise.
Hell yeah.
And you can see that there is once again, extra security at the gate on the checkpoints heading into New Ravnica.
Okay. Do I see or hear anything this time?
Roll me perception.
Just 22 this time.
Just 22. With a just 22, it just seems like there's nothing juicy going on. Everybody's tight-lipped, doing their jobs, looking professional. There's just more of them.
Okay. I'm gonna proceed through, and I'm going to search for Vinshenzo and crew.
Vinshenzo and crew. All right. Are you guys taking the direct route, Vinshenzo and crew?
Say that again?
Are you guys taking the direct route?
Yeah.
Unless Vin has
Okay.
a different idea, I plan on doing that, yeah.
Carlos, are you just gonna hang out like up in here waiting for them?
Yeah, I'll get through, and then I'll find some place to kind of, lean against a wall or something.
Try to
Just-
loiter.
Yeah, loiter around without being kind of noticed, maybe behind, around stuff or people.
In a cafe.
Yeah, maybe take a seat, have some water, and then I'll look for them. And once they get within 120 feet, I think is the range on Earring of Message.
Yeah.
I'll send a message to Vinshenzo, and basically tell him where I am.
Okay.
And I'm gonna direct him to the nearest alleyway. He's go down the nearest alley. I'm at the tavern or whatever, and I'll find you.
Mm-hmm. So you
Just
wait about
get him
10
out of-
minutes,
Yeah.
and in 10 minutes you spot Vinshenzo walking. He's got Paelias with him in familiar disguise, Vazrai in her familiar disguise, as well as a man, a woman, 3 children, and an old elder, well, not an elderly fellow, but old crippled fellow with one leg who's limping along.
I got a lot of stuff with him.
Does he have like
And
a
they-
crutch or something?
Yeah, he's got a crutch. He's not. How do I say this? He's handy capable. He's pumping along on his little wooden crutch. He's good to go. For
What's his
now.
movement speed. Is it 25
Walk.
feet?
15.
It's
It's probably
It's a walk.
Is it 20 feet? 25 feet?
I'd say he could probably do 20 feet at like a hop, skip, and a shuffle.
Okay, so his combat speed is 20 feet. Got it.
Yeah.
I think,
Alright.
I mean, this is obviously up to you, but I think if you lose a leg, your movement gets halved.
Which would be 15 at this point.
But he's got a crutch. That's at
I
least
mean-
+5.
I suppose there could be, and yeah.
We'll have a prosthetic made later.
How generous.
We can rebuild
No.
him.
We have the technology,
We have the
but
technology.
we don't want to spend a lot of money.
We don't want to spend a lot of money. Here, buddy, here's a plunger.
The $6 man.
It's a wonder you've lived in this place for so long and there isn't one capable mage willing to help you.
Everything here is done for money. We're poor.
You do have point.
Yeah, your speed on foot is halved, so he has a 15-foot combat speed.
Damn.
He gonna be pretty slow.
Well, that's rude.
He can dash to 30.
That is true. He can dash to 30.
It's true. He can just burnt along.
All right. Yeah. Do they go down the alley like I told them?
You guys get earringed of message, did Vinshenzo and crew.
I will listen to Carlos and follow his instructions.
Oh yeah.
My lord,
Right.
is something the matter?
It's Mr. Carlos. He's reached out to us.
In that case, lead the way.
I lead the
Alright.
way.
You lead the way.
All right. I wait a few moments, then I follow them.
Okay. You guys meet up in an alley.
You do not recognize him. Different kobold.
It is a different kobold.
Well,
Creature comes
thankfully,
out.
at least for Vazray, there's not a lot of kobolds around, so...
Hang on a second.
Bitch.
I
Bitch.
recognize, yeah.
Did you see through my
delete that.
disguise?
I've come to know you enough. It's a glint in your eye. That gets
She
what
knows
gives it
the
away.
glint in my eye.
Yeah.
She
that's what's
she
giving it away.
knows
Well, hang on a
Wait.
second
she
there.
knows the way that I walk. The
I
sway
want,
of
you
my
to,
hip.
I want you to roll perception there, little Miss Vazrai. This is a number associated with this costume.
Careful, Miss Pinefall. The longer I've known him, the less I've
it
been
was
able
like-
to recognize him.
It's an 11.
Higher than
You have
11.
no idea who this is.
Damn. It's
Carlos,
the
for
mustache.
your information, it was 21.
Yes, the classic disguise mustache.
Anyway.
Anyway,
The mustache with some big glasses.
Like, who the hell are you? It's me. It's Carlos. You ripped the freaking mustache off. It's you.
he just takes off a pair of spectacles and that's it.
The kobold.
It's you.
Not
That
to
man
worry,
who's been
Vinshenzo,
killing
this guy.
everybody.
Oh my, I wonder who this kobold that followed us into this alley that we were told to go into is.
Okay, you find yourselves in an alley.
Oh, which alley?
We're gonna find that out very soon.
Oh,
my-
you just dropped us.
Oh my god, I'm in an alley.
Oh, shit. We have
Carlos
died.
has deceived me again.
I
This is a
knew
stick
he'd
up.
turn his sin for the money and take over the kingdom. It
Oh,
was all an
damn.
elaborate ruse. Oh, shit. What are we doing here?
We're in an alley.
Oh, fuck.
This is
This is
a
an alley.
large map, hell yeah.
Why do I hear boss music?
Yeah.
Don't you
DM
see what you've
smiles.
done, Mr. Carlos? Now we're cornered. Like rats in a maze.
Rats in the maze.
Why am I labeled in combat?
All right.
I cannot
A lot of
fast
health
travel.
potions in that corner. The music's got a lot of bass.
Yeah.
First things first. Here you go, Mr. Price. Your new paperwork.
Oh.
Ah, Mr. Price accepts the paperwork happily.
Additionally,
Oh,
I have some things of note. It looks like security at the gate has been beefed up. And it does seem that some Drow soldiers are looking for someone. Most likely either Paelias or Vinshenzo or all of you. So depending on how we want to play this, we may need to alter some of your disguises. Vinshenzo, since you were not in disguise, it would be simple enough for you to just put your disguise on. Or I can help you.
I will put my disguise on if I must.
It would be good to avoid suspicion. We might need to disguise Mr. Price as well.
My god, he's so tall.
He's so tall.
Holy shit.
He's
Well,
a
you
giant
guys
of a
can do
man.
that.
Ah,
Well, probably not
Make me
Carlos.
bigger. I'm small.
It will be difficult
they
to
checking
disguise
paperwork?
such a monstrosity.
look at him. He's at least 5'11".
I'm 5'12".
I'm 5'4".
I'm 5'13".
Well, anyway, it would probably be a good idea to disguise Mr. Price and alter the disguises of Paelias and Vazrai. That way, they shouldn't recognize anyone.
Be
Just in
interesting to
case.
change this hood and cloak.
I can do anything.
I must say, I was rather growing attached to this look. Even though it is not of the Platinum Father's wishes.
Oh,
It
we
was
don't
the
want...
new me.
That's the problem with disguises. You have to be willing to throw them away at a moment's notice.
Yes, you're right. It has served its purpose.
The only problem is we might need some place I can do my work.
I will
Perhaps
say, it has been interesting trying to incorporate my wings into these disguises.
Mayhaps we could rent a tavern or an inn room for a little while, and I can work in peace there.
Well,
Oh.
hopefully whoever is looking for you or any of us is not waiting in this place.
Everything is a risk, Miss Vazrai, but this seems to be the most mitigated one.
Very well.
Vinshenzo, any complaints?
I will wear the disguise for only as long as necessary.
Just as until we get to the ship, I believe. But
Yes.
you should also know we're being watched. Not here, but at the ship. And there is someone watching at the gate.
Yes, it is as I said before, Mr. Carlos.
Yes, but now I have proof. I'll show you later. But I believe them to be House Demir agents.
House Demir.
They've
That's
been
where we just
closely
were.
watching our every move since months ago.
Captain Nephis and his crew have been informed, so they should be keeping an eye on the people that are keeping an eye on us. But we'll have to be more careful. Now, are there any inns that are nearby or something? Someplace we can be secluded without people walking by and seeing us changing costumes?
There is an inn right here.
Oh, way over there. Where's the gate? Like in this direction?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
down
In
here.
this direction.
All right.
Oh, hang on.
So,
I have a compass rose. It would be like that.
okay. It's to the south?
It's south east.
Okay, 'cause we're
Southwest.
like here, right?
Yeah, you guys are like in and amongst this. So imagine this here,
Yeah.
where my hand is here.
Got it. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So yeah, I'll lead them to the inn and request a room.
Heck yeah. There's people about. You can definitely tell just by the scale of the beds that this place is meant to be a lot bigger.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I see. So this map's meant to be like the size of the table.
Well,
It's
I don't
also
know if I
made for
can. I
super-
should be able to. Hang on.
super big,
Grid.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Super bald.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is
Oh,
gonna
no.
get tactical.
I'm shrinking.
Why not? Why the hell not? Because it's bothering me that there are really tiny tables and beds.
Zeus,
have been-
can I get a Pawnee? I don't feel like walking that far.
God damn it.
Okay, y'all make your way to a tavern.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's ginormous.
I'm not.
Press 1 in chat if you got that reference.
Absolutely nothing.
Anyway.
I'm gonna open my mouth, but he go wildly off topic, so I'm just gonna keep quiet for now. Gotta stay on D&D. Okay, go to a tavern. Here's the tavern.
I'd like to request a private room.
It'll cost you 4 silver pieces for a private room.
Oh my
Sure.
god. What a deal. Let's go.
What a deal.
This is a local place.
What a deal.
Are we missing a person?
What a deal.
Yes. We
Oh yeah, you're missing Grandpa. Sorry, I took him for cloning.
Uncle Elmer, no. What's his real name?
Oh, Uncle Charles. Oh no, he's there.
Charles, there were 3 kids though, right?
Yeah, there's 3
sons
little
and a-
elves.
But what about the wife?
Oh, the wife, right. He's stupid bitch of a wife.
The stupid bitch.
Oh shit, we forgot his wife.
Turn around, everyone.
This is just like my favorite movie, Home Alone 2.
Okay. She can have... Hang on. There you go.
The wife.
The wife. Love it.
I'll give the other ones names too instead of elf sisters, seeing as they are not, in fact, elf sisters. Okay, so you wanna do a little makeup and session and all that there, Carlos? Get everybody's disguises up.
Yeah.
Start rolling me, pal.
How many rolls do you need?
How long will this take?
A decent amount of time.
If it's actually, you know what? I'll start doing a long rest. If I have 4 hours, I have 4 hours. If I don't, I don't.
Vazray is willing to go first.
I'll do that too. I'll take a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Sazra is willing to go first. She gets right up in the chair.
Surprise me.
Yeah, surprise.
It's deception, right?
Yes, sir.
19. Not my best work, but it's serviceable.
Yeah, doesn't
Okay,
it
are we
take an
doing-
hour per person for disguise?
Yeah, are we doing everyone?
We're just doing the people that could be recognized. Specifically, we're putting Vinshenzo's disguise on. We're altering Paelias's and Vazrai's, and we're also giving Price a disguise.
Okay, so Price will take a full hour, and the rest of them will be, we'll say, half hour each. So, 1, 2, 3,
2.5 hours?
4. Yeah. No.
3.5 hours?
Hang on.
Because 1 hour for him.
So Paelias, yeah, sorry, 2.5 hours. You're right. You're right the first time.
Okay. Bitch, I know it. All right. Next one.
Bitch.
Another 19. Unnatural 20. And the last one is lucky, and they get a 24.
Number 24.
Give me the first two again.
19. All of them are 19 except the last one, which is 24.
Wait, that one was an unnatural 20.
I thought one was.
Oh yeah,
an unnatural
19,
20.
19, unnatural 20, and 24.
Okay.
In that order.
So Vin is 19. Paelias is 19. That one. Okay. Done easy.
We'll say this particular look a little bit stranger than my last one.
You'll get used to it.
Hmm.
You can always alter it later if you wish. You don't have to stick to a singular disguise. It's actually better if you don't.
This work of yours really is about as easy to change as simply taking off and on your armor. Just that easy, huh? Never
Yeah.
tried disguises.
That's an art form.
Does yeah.
Vinshenzo has his music, I have my hands.
Oh.
I see.
Oh.
Never really took you for an artist.
Oh. Watch out where those cobalt hands go.
I am an artist with these hands.
Hey, watch it.
The things I can do with them.
Oh my.
Yes. Now why don't you use them on Mr. Vincenzo?
Yeah, use
Don't
those.
worry,
Use the magic
everyone
hands.
gets a turn.
Everyone
Oh.
gets Hell yeah.
Oh.
I love this.
Well, I guess since we're waiting another hour and a half, Carlos is going to take a look at those scrolls that he took. He has 5
The
scrolls,
secret plans.
The secret scrolls that he took from the chest
Okay.
with the Quicksilver key.
The Starlight Key.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Whatever the fuck it was. So these are a bunch of secret plans. You have an hour and a half to read over them, so. These documents contain orders and instructions detailing an operation to cripple the Selesnya aquatic farms using Golgari and Gruul soldiers to conduct the attacks. The plans mention a synchronized time of attack, but do not elaborate on what else might be taking place.
I share this information with Vinshenzo.
Oh. Was
Do you
this
think we can...
written before or after our arrival?
Can I tell?
Roll me investigation.
Sure. Would Vinshenzo also like to investigate?
Actually, sorry, roll me history.
I will use the help action on Carlos.
Just give me some of those
What
papers, Mr.
year
Santiago.
is it, Mr. Carlos?
Only... Actually, you said help, right? So that means
You get
advantage.
advantage. Whoa, you cut it
Oh,
close
that came
there.
in clutch. So that is 18, which is impressive because I only have a +2.
Impressive.
That is very impressive.
History was never my strong suit.
You can tell that these were written
I'll be right back.
within the time that you guys had arrived, within a few days, but not within like the last few hours or anything. They're not fresh. They're maybe a day old.
Okay, so like we arrived, and then we were around a little bit, and they made them, and so basically these orders probably came in on the last wagon.
Most likely, yes.
I wonder if they had a chance to read them.
That's really the question.
Isn't it though?
I mean, somebody must have read them because they had to have been.
Yeah, someone made them and sent them, but I wonder if the recipients had a chance to read them yet.
Mm-hmm. I too am curious. So
I guess we'll. Well, balls in your court, Mental Gin.
So, these plans, are they... They sound illegal in nature, but I want to verify that they are illegal in nature.
Oh yeah, this would
Okay.
be considered like battle plans and shit like that for like guild house troops to go and attack a civilian. Well, it's not really civilian, but they're attacking another guild's and like stuff.
So this would be, like, pretty serious if anyone found out.
Enough for
sounds like
inquiries to be
somebody's
made
getting
for sure.
fired.
So Carlos would like Vinshenzo's input on how best to utilize these. He thinks that they could potentially use it as blackmail.
I'm gonna hold you right there for a second because I think Seeker's AFK.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. He did
Honest-
have to
I don't-
step away.
I don't really want you to go through a really great explanation, only to have to repeat it again. I feel like that wouldn't be.
Is it okay if I take a
Would be
small
fine.
break too?
Let's
Well,
all
in
take a
that
really
case,
quick.
I'm going to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's all just go pee really quick.
All right. I'll be right back.
Good luck.
Fall in.
Oh, okay. Seeker's having a lot of fun with this whole AI shit.
What's going on?
Oh, check the Vagabond's channel. It's just all of his artwork.
What's the fucking first one?
The breakdancing lizard or whatever.
I guess. Jesus Christ.
That's not even the first one. Did you see all of the dog in the mage hand?
Oh, I did not.
Scroll up a bit, you'll see.
Oh my god, there's a lot of them.
So are you on holidays now or what?
Kind of. So since they made New Year's Eve a federal holiday now, I'm off for the next 3 days. I'm working Friday, and then I'm off the following week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
I got 5 free days between Christmas Day and New Year's, so like the 25th to the 1st.
Nice.
And then I happened to have 2 vacation days left, so I took today and tomorrow off.
Mm-hmm.
So I get this whole week, and then until I go back to work on the 2nd. So that ain't half bad. And I had obviously the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Feels nice to take a break.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Is Night and Chill back yet?
I never left.
Oh, he never left.
I've always been here.
I'm really glad
I'm
Carlos
back. Sorry.
decided to go and pee, because it gave me an opportunity to finish eating my lamb chop.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't peeing.
No, but we
Like
all
the
went
story.
pee.
Oh, I'm glad. Kitty had to go pee.
Kitty
Oh,
had to
yeah.
go pee. But Kitty,
You broke up.
did you potty train your cat?
Yeah,
He did.
That's awesome.
I have proof.
I don't know.
Oh, I've seen other people who train their cats to do that. It's pretty cool. Here, do you want some pure lamb fat? You look like you could really use that. Oh yeah, he thinks it's his birthday.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, it might as well be.
Yeah. They actually turned a year old last week.
Aw.
Oh, so it pretty much is. Nice. Happy
Pretty much
birthday,
is.
doggy.
And especially with the fatty tip of a lamb loin chop. Well, what else could a dog ask for?
More?
Yeah, well, he's not getting more. I should have savored it, downed it in one bite, fucker. You guys are hanging out. Carlos has this thing that he wanted to say to Vinshenzo, which is what prompted the pee break.
Vinshenzo is aware of what was on the documents, right? The scrolls. Were you still here for that part?
Sorry,
Where it's basically-
refresh me.
It's like
Okay.
Go ahead. You can do better.
Oh no, hang on. Okay, sure, I will. Sorry.
It's
I know as
planned
much
for
that
the Golgari and the
uh,
Gruul to attack Selesnya.
There you go.
What is Selesnya?
The hippy dippy Loxodon elves that like nature. They have the special conclave that's full of druids, dwooids.
They're the guys over here producing food.
Oh.
No, at least one. That is one of their places.
So Carlos has these plans, and we've determined that they are about a day old. So they're pretty, not super recent, but they probably just arrived or something to where they were going to go. And Carlos is trying to think up ways that they can use them. The first idea that comes to mind is potentially using it as blackmail, where they'll threaten to expose them if, they don't perhaps let the church out of their contract or something, or forgive their debts, something like that. Or they could just bring it to the potential victims and be like, hey, look, we have information on something that's going to happen. If you help us out with paying off these debts or whatever, we can give it to you or give you more information, or we can bring it straight to the authorities and be like, or the council and be like, look at what we got here. We have proof that they're up to no good. They should be punished in some way, or blah, blah, blah. Those are the ideas that come to mind.
Perhaps there's another course of action we could pursue, Mr. Carlos.
I'm all ears.
Perhaps we could alert the Selesnian. Is that the name?
Selesnya conclave. You're very spot on.
Selesnian conclave of this danger. and give them time to prepare a defense. And perhaps the failure of the Golgari swarm.
Yep.
Perhaps the resulting Oh, wait. I don't say any of that. What I say is, perhaps we could lie in wait for this attack to commence, and then we could swoop in at the last moment and tip the scales in the Conclave's favor.
Play the hero's angle, eh?
Yes, and also deal a swift blow to the Golgari swarm.
Could be useful. How do you think this could help the Temple of Bahamut get out of their debts?
I was not thinking of such things, but surely good deeds won't go unpaid.
DM, remind me how much the fucking church owes again?
2 mil.
2 million?
Yeah, cool 2 mil.
Fucking hell. As far as like the guilds go, would that be a lot of money for a guild? Because they usually
history.
have.
DM is smiling.
8.
You're not really sure. Based on your experience from back home, if you said that, like, if a guild was owed or was owing 2 million gold, like, that was a big deal.
2 million's quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, I'm not sure. Even as a way of thanks, I'm not sure if we'd be able to raise enough funds to get them out of their contract. Although
yes,
it might.
But if we alert the authorities, they will likely give us no compensation either.
Yes, and they'd probably feign ignorance or claim that they are forgeries or some other such thing, deviousness.
They will hide behind this treacherous pact.
Yes.
That has caused so much suffering in these wretched streets.
Yes, it seems that playing the hero's angle might be our best bet to ensure that they follow out their plans and that we can do something to be compensated for our efforts.
Yes.
And then plus, it will be apparent that they have broken the law, and perhaps something will come of that will prevent them from performing the duties that are required on their end of the contract.
Are there any details about the size of this attack? I imagine a guild versus guild attack could be quite sizable, and if defeated, the Golgari may be in a weakened state.
Yes. Did the document say anything about the size or number of troops or anything like that?
The orders were written as more of a I'm trying to choose the right words. Kind of like a strategic order from commander to commander. Like, I command you, who is in command of your forces, to go and attack this place at this time, and here are the details around this attack. And then it would be sort of like the whole
there.
Yeah, this is the thing that you have to do. Like, you got to pull this off type thing. So somebody is telling somebody to gather troops and do that. And based on the way it's sort of written, it seems as though whoever it's addressed to would be the person who decides what troops go. But based off of the way it's written, it looks like It looks like they're being asked to put in a fairly sizable commitment, probably like 30 to 40 people, based off of like the tasks and such like that.
And based on how you're describing this seems like a pretty like open attack. It's not like, oh, go here and slash this guy's tires. It's like,
no, it's meant to be like a raid. It's meant to be a
yeah.
Let me just reread my notes here. These documents contain orders and instructions detailing an operation to cripple the Selesnya aquatic farms using Golgaria and Gruul soldiers to conduct the attacks. The plans mentioned a synchronized time of attack, but do not elaborate on what else might be taking place.
Can I roll history to see if Ragus has told me in the past that guild versus guild like open conflicts and aggressions like this are common or uncommon?
Sure.
Or how common are they? Is that history?
Yes.
Carlos has already determined that what they're doing is extremely illegal. What they're planning to do is extremely illegal.
But is it common?
Don't know.
History. That will be a 9.
You're aware that once upon a time there was a huge war that was like a full-on total war between the clans, but it supposedly was like 10,000 years back in the guild history. As far from that, you don't remember him really talking about clan fighting.
This could be quite an opportunity to weaken one of the biggest problems in this city.
Yeah, I agree. Anything that could put them on the back foot could benefit us.
If we involve the authorities, it is likely that they will cease this before it even starts.
Yeah. So it's best to let it ride, I suppose.
Perhaps.
You're aware, sorry, I will say this really quickly, but you're aware based on the details of these plans, like whatever attack is supposed to happen is supposed to happen in 2 days during the night. Late night, towards midnight.
Copy that.
2 days. So, just FYI. Because you've read the notes and it would have been in there.
So would it be like not tonight but the following night, or would it be an additional night from now?
So tomorrow, not tomorrow night, but the night after.
So not tonight, not tomorrow night, but the night after tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like not just the day after tomorrow, but it's like the night after tomorrow night. Yeah.
Copy that. We have some time to scope out the farms and perhaps figure out a good ambush position or overwatch to have an advantage when they do attack. I could easily do this. So.
Yes, we best scope out the area.
Oh, is Vazray actually in this conversation?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in the same room.
Vazray doesn't know what to think about any of this.
There are approximately 18 people sharing this private room.
Yes.
A little bit of privacy, please.
Approximately 10 people in this very small room.
Vazray does not like any of this scheming. She just looks kind of annoyed just listening to all this planning and scheming.
What's the matter, Miss Pinefall?
Why don't we just do the simple thing and just bring it to the council?
Because then nothing will change, and evil will still fester in these streets.
Yes, but Bahamut would want somebody to know, especially those in lawful authority. Is it not against the law? Would that not disgrace their house?
They would simply they would deny everything, Miss Fazrai. If we don't let it happen, or at least let it start, it will never occur and we'll be back at square one.
And
I'm sure they've been accused of
Yes.
things in the past and just denied it and not done it.
Yes, but the problem is that if you simply wait too late or during, many people could possibly die. And the damage will be done. Quite frankly, they'll probably do the exact same thing you'd be fearful of anyway. Denying everything.
That's why we catch them in the act and defeat them. All we need to do is take a few of them alive
Put it this
for
way.
interrogation.
Put it this way, Lady Pinefall. We are still interfering, just a little bit later than normal.
My lord, this is hubris.
Hubris. We've taken down vampires and dragons. How is it hubris to take on a few mortals?
We're only toppling a government or two. Come on, Basrai.
I mean, we did topple a kingdom. Kind
I
of.
You
Approve of the
saw
plan.
the Senate, Lady Pinefall. This city is made up by half evil and half good. Wouldn't
Yes.
it be in Bahamut's honor to shift the balance towards good?
Yes, but he would prefer it done in a lawful manner.
We won't be committing any crimes here.
We need to give this to the Sphinx. Remember, they are bound by contract, and if they fail to uphold this contract, they will be punished severely.
Oh, 1 second, I'll be here.
Okay.
Be a fool's errand to simply
Not here.
flaunt this.
Not here.
Hmm?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Oh, Vince said he'd be right back.
Yes.
Booger.
Yes.
Bahamut would work in more overt ways than this, I would say. This is like scheming like Tiamat.
Still not here.
Okay.
It's not that we don't want to hear what you have to say. It's just that we want to make sure that
I
all
just
the people who
envisioned like
need to
Vaz is
hear-
talking and like as Vin's listening, all he can hear is whistling as like Vaz is talking and he's just like, oh god, make the kobold stop.
He's picking his fingernails, then he stopped paying attention.
Yes. Yes, it'll be fine, Vaz. Whatever it
Yes,
is you're talking-
whatever you say, yes.
Yes, whatever you're talking about, it's okay. It's like, oh.
You guys have finally figured it out. And as he starts picking his fingernails, Carlos just nudges her to stop and wait a second until he gets bored enough of his boredom. I feel like that would be a very Vinshenzo thing to do, is just immediately ask a question and then turn around and not pay attention to the answers. Oh yeah, whatever. Oh. Did you alter your disguise at all as well, Carlos, or did you...
I altered it before I left.
Okay, you didn't alter it again.
I mean, I have time, I could.
You sure as shit do right now.
Quick,
Yeah.
the flower from the right side of your hat to the left side of your hat.
Perfect. They'll never
Yes.
Put the
suspect
glasses
that.
on upside down.
Oh, god damn it.
I guess it couldn't be worse, because I'm pretty sure it was, well, what was it,
Mr.
21?
Santiago, the price
Plus-
tag is showing. The price tag is
Oh,
showing.
yeah.
Get it on.
Sorry,
No.
I'm back.
I'm going to be
cat is being
returning.
mean.
Gonna be
Hi,
fine
back.
in this.
So that's a 25 on a new disguise for Carlos, which should only take 30 minutes, so we still have like an hour anyway.
Well,
Since we're...
yeah.
Okay.
I thought you
20.
spent an hour going through the documents, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's an hour and a half. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we had an hour and a half. Spent an hour on the documents and a half hour on...
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Vinshenzo would, I don't know how far we got.
That's right. I had something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
She does not like this scheming, and she suggests that we bring it to the Sphinx. For all this scheming is sounding quite much like Tiamat's schemes.
That's right. Let me put it to you this way. We bring these documents to the Sphinx. They start an investigation. They look into it. The Syndicate denies everything. They claim the documents are forgeries. They do not attack. We have no proof. Since the attack does not happen, there's no irrevocable truth to what's happened. And then, since we're the ones that have divulged this information, now they're aware that we're onto them, which
So
puts
let
us
me-
on the back foot.
Let me understand this. You two have interest in doing this during an attack?
We will be thwarting the attack.
Yes, but then who will be asking the questions of how did we know about it? Will
We
we
just-
just feign some visions that Bahamut spoke to me? Their champion had come here with visions that something terrible
Ah!
would happen?
Vazrai, what an excellent idea. Yes, that, exactly.
What? No.
You've
How
taken
about-
the words out of my mouth, Vazrai.
That is not what Bahamut would do.
You had a vision just before the attack. There was no time to go to the authorities. You gathered up your companions, your compatriots, and rushed forward. Indeed, we could even enlist the help of some of the Bahamut paladins and clerics. Then they would also be heroes.
That-
Yes.
I
I
don't
like this idea, Vazrai. I'm glad you suggested this.
Both
No.
of you silence.
Vazra immediately silences.
Mr. Paelias, you are a learned elf, perhaps more learned than me. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, perhaps we could get some of the Legionnaires to come with us without telling them what exactly it is we're doing, and they'll catch the swarm in the act.
Hmm. This is true. If we were to happen in the area during the attack, while we're out not in disguise with our Legionnaire guards, well, then it would also be their word on what happened.
Vinshenzo will fold his arms and think to himself for a moment, and then he will say, I do not want to go about a scheme if Lady Pinefall is not wholly invested in it.
I feel that it would be against my religion to be doing something like this. It sounds foul as Tiamat.
And perhaps, if they've been listening to us this whole time, even now, perhaps the best course of action is as she suggests.
I simply say that we get these people out, and if need be, go back to the Sphinx and present it to them. Besides, is there really truly anything against us going to the council and asking to speak? Is that not what Vinshenzo sought to do in the beginning?
All I'm saying is that we have an opportunity here, and if we take one course of action, then that will prevent us from taking another. If the Syndicate is aware that we're suspicious of their plans, they will alter their plans, and then we will know nothing.
Yes, but would it not already be up to their investigations to find more? We have done enough.
While I agree with both of you to certain extents, I will leave the choice up to the four of you. I will abstain for now.
My lord.
Who's the fourth?
Paelias.
Or the
But that's-
the three of you.
Okay.
Uncle Elmer gets to decide as well.
It's just Vinshenzo.
He's an ex-legionnaire. He should have a voice.
He's only got one leg, therefore he gets half an opinion.
I'm just kind of sitting there. It's like Vinshenzo has like a depressed moment, thinking just like
traded
Nephis
a
is
leg
sitting
for
in
an
the
opinion.
corner. Like, God damn it!
I wish Captain Nephis were here.
Every time he comes to the city, he always feels sad.
Well, Paelias, you know where I stand, and you know where Vazrai stands. It seems the decision is up to you.
I feel like paperwork is not going to be enough evidence.
What do you mean it's not enough? Look at what he has.
Yeah, but what you gotta keep in mind is that this is a place of 10. It is 10 guilds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a place of 10 guilds that all have to compromise with each other.
Are there any
Yeah,
seals?
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just this document can be written off as some rogue element.
Yes, but they are bound by pact. To be unfollowing of this pact would be foolhardy for them.
Are there any?
But we've also heard that the pact has weakened.
The pact has weakened. Did we actually hear this information?
I could have sworn we did.
I believe it has been detailed to you by... It was theorized to you, I believe, by Ragus. I can't remember how you guys find it 100%, but it was explained to you by someone. That there's a belief that due to the fact that New Ravnica is on an entirely different plane from where the Guild Pact, the source of the power and the magic of the Guild Pact, is on an entirely different plane. So there is speculation that the connection is either weakened or has been severed entirely. And essentially, like, there's this theory that maybe the law enforcement and stuff are essentially pantomiming the whole thing. And they're just trying to act like everything's normal when everything's not.
We were everybody who was at the Senate meeting could see how delicate of a balance the city stands in.
By the gods, if this is true. Then this
I will
must
point
be a
out, I'm
vision
pretty
that I
sure this
saw.
is just like a theory from Ragus. So I will, like, just for the sake of like stamping a seal of authority on the claim, it wasn't like a reputable source.
I did not understand the vision in which Bahamut gave me until perhaps what you say may be true. I remember seeing visions of fire, Ravnica on fire, Sanctuary on fire. But there was also the glimmer of hope that both could still be in existence. No burning, no nothing.
This is what I've been trying to tell you the whole time, Lady Pinefall, is that if we are able to tip the scales towards the balance of good, then maybe good will prevail for us all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jesus Christ.
Look, I understand your reluctance, Miss Pinefall. I, too, do not wish to put others in unnecessary danger. But we need irrefutable proof.
So what do you suggest? We simply wait for this attack to happen, people get murdered or perhaps killed, and simply have the guards rush with me? Is that what you suggest? That I see some vision from Bahamut? That I simply lie?
No, not necessarily. We can simply take escorts with us. Or we can even warn the Conclave and have them set up a trap.
Yes, but from what I understand, this is going on in the night. To simply wake up in the night, walk off the gangplank and saying that I have seen something and that I need these escorts to come with me to this place. Like, there's... I do not know. I do not know if Bahamut would be involved in this or
If
not.
you are uneasy about lying about a vision, we could just provide the documents to the guards, but with only enough time to directly intervene, not enough time for them to start an investigation.
No.
Perhaps, I'm
No.
sorry?
I would rather, with all these things that I'm hearing from you, perhaps it's best not to give it to the guard. The problem is that the city is already falling apart. Who knows if the guard can even be trusted?
Carlos will happily bear the burden of your dishonesty, Lady Pinefall.
I already carry one on me. I don't think I could carry another right now.
He speaks in lies as easy as a second language.
Oh, trust me, I think I know well enough.
Name one time I've lied.
Name one time you've
You
lied.
forged the paperwork, Mr. Carlos.
That's nothing.
Mr. Carlos.
That's just a paper. I never said anything.
You presented me in a different manner. The way you talk.
I know of one lie, Mr. Carlos, but I shan't not say it because I promised I would never do it again.
You were quite plainly a swindler.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Do I?
Yeah, I don't even remember the one. Oh, I think I know. Okay.
Oh no.
Carry on.
I made a promise, Mr. Carlos.
I will go through with this vision idea, but I do not know how Bahamut would feel of it. I will probably have to speak with him later.
Well, there is always the option of just warning the Conclave or the guards if you don't want to go through with the Bahamut vision.
It's simply curious to his response to such actions. He usually does not play with deceit.
I would like to roll religion to see how Bahamut would consider stuff like this.
Oh, good. Let me just get out my religion roll.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whopping 15.
A whopping 15.
That's a solid roll.
Let me tell you what you know about Bahamut. A whopping 15 regarding that thing. So, Bahamut himself was known to be a very compassionate being. He's considered one of the most compassionate beings in the multiverse. He had limitless empathy for the downtrodden, dispossessed, and helpless. Here we go. Stern and very disapproving of evil. He accepted no excuses for evil acts and didn't tolerate even minor offenses by evil creatures. It talks about strength and worthiness, but it doesn't say anything necessarily about Bahamut being a creature who followed the letter of the law or anything like that. He's just all for doing.
So he would be all
things.
for us stopping these guys attacking.
I mean,
It would be
the truth.
It would be reasonable to assume that, like, Bahamut would expect a servant of his to do something about the fact that there's an attack. I think that would be...
Which is why I claim hubris.
Yeah, but
I abstained out of respect for you, bitch.
Damn it!
let me try to put it this way.
Get out of here! God damn it!
While he puts value in wisdom, knowledge, prophecies, in song, he does not essentially put value in, like, you know, it's not right because it's legal, it's right because it's right. It's wrong because it's wrong. So I think he would expect somebody to do something about the attack. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have to, like, you know, be lawful 100% about it.
Nah,
that makes sense.
Bro.
And do the right thing. It's a tough question to ask in a way that doesn't, like, swing horribly one side or another with bias.
It's
Well,
simply the
Bahamut
questions
would
I
want
need
us
to
to do
ask.
something about the attack.
Oh, he absolutely
Whether
would.
that is
Regardless on how this is done, I must involve myself somehow. Even if those bastards, whoever they are, do not fall by my swords, simply there is something wrong.
I will turn to Vincenzo. Well, Vincenzo, do you have anything to add, or are you still abstaining?
I would like to ask the DM if there's any seals or signatures on the paperwork. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups.
It's okay. There are signatures. There are no seals. There are signatures.
Can we recognize? Is anyone important?
Yeah, you should be able to recognize somebody. There seems to be the name of a wealthy or otherwise well-established syndic of the Orzhov Syndicate who had sent these instructions. Actually, wait, hang on. Let me just double-check my notes here. This is kind of important.
Is this the same guy with the fraudulent transaction?
Hang on. This is important. I need to say the right thing and not do the right thing. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna rephrase what I had said. So Carlos being the one who has read over this, Carlos knows that there is a seal. Or there is a, how would you say? There's a tell, we'll call it, in Thieves' Cant, encrypted on some of the supporting documents of the paperwork.
Okay.
There's a signature of 2 individuals. One individual is essentially a fingerprint in what looks to be blood. And then somebody has written down the name of a goblin clan chief from the Gruul. The second signature is an Orzhov syndic, mid-level administrator of some sort who seems to be signing off on the papers as well.
So, in other words, they're pretty damning documents. And there's not a lot of finagling out of it, is what you're trying to say, right?
For signatures, those individuals are definitely, like, that's your signature right there, sir. Why are they on these documents? 100%. For you, your tell is similar to the tell and the script that is on a set of banknotes for the intel documents. They share the same rhythm and familiarity.
Okay. So I can kind of like recognize.
It's the same type of cipher.
Okay. Okay.
Which one could draw dots saying it's the same source or same origin of cipher on some of the intelligence documents.
I still think we should present this to the Sphinx immediately.
Any chance we can get a meeting with just the thing?
That's what I'd
Ooh.
like to ask too, is if I could request a private meeting.
Everybody in this room currently
If Finn
has only
get his
had
hands... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say everybody in this room currently has only had the one experience with the Senate. Obviously the
Paelias
other
hasn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Paelias
Sorry.
hasn't.
Paelias hasn't had that, so
If
there you go.
Finn does not wish to be speaking of this, he wants to wash his hands of this, I am willing to present it, even if I have to go by myself.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I will back either plan. I'm just abstaining from making a decision.
Fair enough.
You see merits in both ideas.
I see merits in both ideas. I respect my comrades. Ugh.
Ugh.
Dude, it hurts. I'm dying
Damn.
here.
He's losing hit points. Healing.
He's dying.
He's dying.
Where's a cleric when you need one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm the dollar store cleric.
We left him in the abyss.
Peter.
Shit.
Bastard.
I forgot to pray to him this morning. Fuck. God damn it. Brother.
Praying to
Brother
who? Peter Montfort?
Yeah, Brother
Yeah.
Montfort.
In 2 more levels, I can. Well, actually, no. In 3 more levels, I can bring him home.
It's been mentioned that he's still alive. That nugget was dropped.
Oh god, he's gonna come back at Death Knight, isn't he?
That would be funny.
Oh god.
Come back, the Doomslayer.
Oh no. He's ripped, what the hell?
He's ripped. What the hell?
The only thing they hear is Peter.
I don't understand what happened in the abyss. And his only response is going to be, well, things work a little bit differently in the abyss. Time is a strange thing there.
Everywhere you walk, there's just a faint sound of heavy metal guitar.
Yeah.
It's time to decide.
Fazray looks at Carla.
Carlos looks at Paelias.
I'm sorry I presented such an attractive plan.
Listen, Vinshenzo.
We're just looking at each other.
You know where I stand, and we know where Miss Pinefall stands. Currently, it's 1-1. I'm not sure what more you want from us.
Then settle it amongst yourselves. May I suggest a solution?
What solution
That's
do you
what we're
seek?
here for.
Vinshenzo, Oh,
Jesus Christ, he's dying.
He's dying.
Will-
Somebody save
When did
him.
Rick get
I
here?
don't think
Fuck.
he's gonna get back to this shit.
Vinshenzo will take out his special Timora coin.
Oh shit.
He's gonna flip for it. He's two-faced.
Vazray looks in shock. Oh no, the lady's going to decide.
Would cast augury. Unfortunately, it only covers the next 30 minutes.
She cannot even argue with where the coin lands. She just knows this.
Careful. Oh. A game of chance.
Well,
it hurts.
the lady has helped me once before. I will put my faith in her again.
Why not? I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
Well, I prefer to make a decision based on logic and not chance.
You still have a vote, Paelias.
Yes.
We're only resorting
You
to
both
this.
made very good points, and I'm very split.
Yes.
And that is why it's come to this.
I think the Lady of Chance.
Let's do this.
Hell yeah. We'll make a gambler out of you yet, Mr. Paelias. Okay, I'm gonna flip my coin.
Alright, well, what's gonna be what?
Mr. Carlos, would you give Lady Pinefall the honor of calling it?
Very well.
Oh. Oh, that was meant to... Shit.
Just fall into the fucking bag.
Okay, hold on.
Let's say I heads and you tails.
Oh, you got another one.
Okay, I leave it in the fate of the gods. I flipped it into the hidden space. The gods get to decide.
Who chose what again?
I chose heads, he gets tails.
Ah, okay.
'Cause
Well,
he's a kobold.
looks like
Tails
you're
is
following
the
the...
superior choice.
Not this time.
Oh.
What did it land on? Sorry.
Heads!
Landed on heads. Yep.
Ah.
Then the lady has spoken.
Very well. We will do as Miss Pinefall bids. As our conscience bids.
Ah.
In the meantime, should I take these people straight to Sanctuary?
Yes.
I must ask, if I were to go to the council right now,
But before you do that, Mr. Paelias, let me pen a letter for Queen Amethyst. For them to carry as proof of their allegiance.
Carlos, do you wish to join me in going to the council, or would you like to bring these good people back to the ship? As she holds her hand out for the papers.
Carlos would
Player.
gently place the papers in her hands. I will help them return to the ship, just in case something goes awry.
Very well. What about you, Lord Cairona? Would you like to join me?
I will accompany you, Lady Pinefall, till your very last breath.
Well, I didn't expect that particular line of words, but I greatly appreciate that.
Elves live for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Oh, there he goes rambling again. There he goes the elf talk again. Come on, we best be off. I do wish you and Paelias luck on bringing these good people back to the ship. And please do be careful.
Yes. Especially with that one-legged fellow.
Yes. Azrae is willing to lead the way to the council.
Out of curiosity, are you guys looking to send the civvies back to the ship to then send them to Sanctuary?
I just wanted to pen a letter
I was going to
first.
cast teleport and teleport myself to Sanctuary with them.
Oh.
But if Vinshenzo wants to pen a letter
Don't
first,
miss.
we'll return to the ship. I have a permanent circle set up in the quartermaster.
Wouldn't that just be fucking hilarious? And they land in like the Isle of Beasts or something like that.
Yeah, no.
Like, oh
But
shit, wrong
permanent
number.
circle literally cannot fail.
Hell yeah.
He pops out. There's just a
Nothing
bunch
can
of
go
fire
wrong.
Being
hanging out.
said, I might end up on a random ship when I try and come back.
That's a good point.
I'm sure you will find your way back to us, Mr. Paelias. I quickly pen a letter to Lady Queen Amathray.
Are we doing this? Are you penning it here, or are you penning it back at the ship?
I always keep my parchment and quill with me.
Actually, no. I'll return to the ship first because we have 2 elves there that were also.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
I
be
can take those 2.
a bit of a longer letter then, huh? Okay. I will
Yeah.
explain both both groups. How many are you able to teleport? Like up to 8, right?
Myself and 8 others.
Yeah.
So the V6 plus those 2 exactly.
Wow. We're making good use of your spell slots. I will pen a letter that explains the situation of Thomas Price. He is a freed slave who will fulfill himself and the queendom of Sanctuary, and then the elves are survivors of Morrowind. Which is now a sunken city. I place my sealing wax on the letter and put my signet ring in the wax.
Are you okay?
No, he's dying, dude.
Beep, beep.
It's very aggressive hiccups, dude.
He's dying over here. Needs a medic.
Like something spooky.
Seeker is
Drink a lot of
doing
water.
the ultimate Rick Sanchez impression right now.
Guzzling water, dude.
Hold your breath.
Be careful, Rice is playing with matches.
Control your diaphragm.
Say the words wubba lubba dub dub.
I can't hold my breath.
Oh, then you're fucked. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Good luck, everyone.
Think about that time you saw Lost.
that cured me.
Remember-
Thank you.
Remember that time that Rice did that thing?
He's
Yeah.
playing with
you know it.
matches. Look at him.
Ah,
Rice, no.
he's gonna bat something off the table.
Yep.
Oh no, all my nice things.
All my nice things that I don't have. Okay, so the plan is Carlos and Paelias, I think, are heading back to the ship to grab the 2 elf sisters to zoop them all away.
Yeah.
Swallow a spoonful of sugar.
I will give the letter to Mr. Price and say, present this to Queen Amathray. And say that Vinshenzo sent you.
Wait, hold. Does he have a does he have any sort of like icon of recognition?
Who?
Price. Otherwise, he's just some random human that claims that he's got a letter from.
I will be going with him in person.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll have
never mind.
Mr. Paelias.
There you go. That's his icon of identity.
Yeah, he doesn't even really need the letter at that point. But I'm still doing the letter.
Hell yeah. And then while they're doing that, Vazrai and Vinshenzo are going to go to the Senate and see what happens when they start throwing accusations around.
Vazrai has the papers tucked away.
Recommend speaking only to the thing.
That is what I plan to do.
Hell yeah. Okay. Go team split. Who wants to go first?
Give
Vazrai.
warm regards to Amathray for me, Mr. Paelias. We are just about done here, I imagine.
It was actually a little bit of a joke because I'd like to do Paelias and Carlos first.
Okay.
Just given the time, I know which one's going to take longer. Oh.
Given the time, I can probably go a little bit longer than usual if you'd like.
It's up to you guys. I'm
I
happy
can
to go
also
longer.
go longer because I don't work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I also don't work tomorrow.
Me neither.
I don't
Chill.
work until January, so
Yo!
Yeah.
Look at this guy. This guy's got it going on.
I don't think I'll be extending.
Oh,
There's
Ah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. Okay, well, we'll just see what we can get through, and then that would be good.
We'll do that.
Okay, so we're just gonna quickly still go with Carlos and Paelias because the effort involved in getting back to the ship is not the same as the effort involved in doing an entire Senate thing. So you guys make seeing as you're right next to the fucking gate, you guys make the 2-minute walk through the alleyways. Carlos, Paelias, whatever you do, however you do it. And your brand new flashy disguises. And you hop on to the main road and get to the gate. Boom. 2024, okay. And your documents all get looked at.
humans.
And your prints all get run in the system.
Oh,
And your photo is scanned for Retina ID or whatever. Obviously none of that. Obviously none of that happens.
Carlos was microchipped.
no.
That actually
We call the
would make sense.
SPCA. So
That's what happened in the lab.
y'all make it through without any incident. And you're free and clear to head back to the HMS Fortune.
we do that.
You do that. As you're walking through the Plaza Square, Carlos, what's your passive perception?
22.
Minus 19, if it matters.
There's a watcher watching.
Are they watching us?
They are watching you specifically.
Don't like these people.
It is not from the same cafe, and as you cross the square and you're going, what route are you taking? You have this map available to you. You know the general circumstances. Pretending that you didn't know that somebody was going to be watching you. How are you getting back to the ship?
Pretending that I didn't know.
Yeah, you started walking through the gate. Or, sorry, you've gotten through customs. You've started walking around. How are you getting back to the ship?
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Okay, so right here, we'll say. So I know you can't see. You're being watched. This is when you get that sixth sense.
Don't like it.
I'm sorry, is this like freaking Payday where it's like the little eye pops above their head as they're walking by?
Exclamation mark appears above a person.
Yeah.
I assume that Carlos Santiago, being the creature that he is, and as well Paelias to a certain extent, for different reasons, of course. You guys got either got the wandering gaze, you got that, you're checking all the doors and corners and shit like that, and you guys feel as though you're being watched. You're not 100% sure where or how, but something's triggered your sixth sense. Your own little internal alarm is going like, I'm not sure. Think something's going to happen. Something's going on. Being watched.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this sense kicks on there. I allow you to proceed with however you wish.
I guess we probably still follow that route.
Okay.
It isn't exactly direct anyway.
Yeah. That's why I was curious and I was asking you just so I could show you where it was. Okay. Well, you make it to the ship and nobody disappears you into an alley. Nothing crazy or stupid happens. But that sense of unease persists until you get to the safe confines of the ship.
Copy that.
But you're aboard.
Good.
So the plan is you're going to grab 2 elf sisters, Thomas has a letter, and you grab the 2 elf kids, and you're going to swoop back to Sanctuary, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast teleport and take all of us, Thomas's family, him, the 2 elves, and then myself, of course, to Sanctuary. I'll have them, just in the interest of time, I'll have them settle, with the exception of Thomas, have them settle in the inn for the time being. And then I'll take Thomas to Amathray, have him hand over the letter and give her a report on what's happened so far.
Amathray takes your report and thanks you for your timely delivery of the information. And she also takes sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
She also takes the letter.
And after that, I'll just begin a long rest and then attempt to teleport back to the ship afterwards.
All right. Just for the sake of it, roll me your teleport / failed whatever your dice is for the long range distance thing.
For the way there, I functionally cannot fail because I have a...
I'm aware of that. I'm talking about the way back.
On the way back. Yes.
I wouldn't start telling you about Amathray if you hadn't made
98.
it. 98.
Yeah,
So
bro.
that is...
Is that bad?
Yeah, that would be a success even if I didn't know where I was going.
That's good. Okay, so 4 hours after you arrive, Carlos, Paelias returns.
Hell yeah.
Oh, did I get my long rest, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
We'll say it was 5 hours later.
Yeah, because you have a little...
An hour of running around, yeah. Town looks good. Place looks nice. Baby looks happy and healthy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Times seem to be doing good in Sanctuary in the months that you've been gone.
That's
And
good
then you zoom
considering my fucked up genes.
Oh, it's still at baby stage.
Hell yeah.
Listen. At least the shallow puddles are not becoming shallower still. You know? At least there's a little bit of diversity in the gene pool.
I am pure-blooded.
Yeah, your wife is pure-blooded too.
I didn't know that.
I thought
Well, now you do.
doesn't matter. Anyways, I thought she was. Oh no, that's right. It was one of her siblings that did that thing.
Oh no, one of her siblings married one of
The
the
other
other
sibling.
sibling. Yeah.
That's what it was. I knew there was something in the Cairona side of the house, but I forgot which one it was. Anyways, that's irrelevant to this point in time.
Yeah.
Though slightly relevant because it's Vinshenzo and Vazrai on the way to Senate.
Did I ever tell you that I was pure-blooded?
I'll tell you the time that my sister and brother-in-law got married.
The Vazray looks you up and down.
It was a fabulous wedding. Should have been there.
Is this kind of when a kobold and a dragonborn?
I
That's
dare
what you mean
not
by
think of that.
Is this what you mean by pure-blooded?
No.
Then I think I misunderstand. I do apologize. I barely understand the Drow.
Let's move on.
Let's
Lady
move
Pop.
on. Let's move on, yeah. Do we have any issue walking to the council, the Senate?
Vincenzo's passive perception is like 16 or 19 or something stupid like that,
I
right?
believe it would be 16. I have it written as 15 though.
Vazrai's passive is 10. Okay.
But I'm in
Let's
direct sunlight.
Yeah, that makes it worse for you.
I don't know how that works with perception, passive
With
perception.
passive, it's a minus or +5 for advantage.
You-
Disadvantage.
You make it to the Senate building with no issues after about an hour of walking. And you arrive at the Senate. Partway through your walk, oh no, you're in disguise, Vinshenzo, correct?
We're both in
Yes.
Never
disguise. We're
mind,
in
nothing
disguise.
happens. You make it all the way there.
All right. Is there guards outside the front of the council house? Or are they?
Well, of
can we
course, yeah.
walk right
There's
in?
no, there's absolutely there's security, and as you, like I said, you made it to the building. As you try and enter into the building, there are soldiers that stop and ask your purpose here, and ask you to produce identification.
I have an urgent message for what's his name, the Sphinx.
The Legionnaire tells you, "That's very nice. I need some identification."
I tried to look for some identification on myself. I believe
You
I
have
still
Out of
papers on-
character, you do have the badge.
You have 2 pieces of identification, right? You have your official and your forgery.
You have one real, one fake. Which do you use?
I'm gonna use the real one.
Oh, Vazrai. How tongue-in-cheek
I
of
was
you.
gonna do something funny if you didn't do.
Would you still like to do something funny?
No.
I produce the badge
He produces the badge.
with my hand that has the symbol of Bahamut in it.
Oh my. He recognizes the badge and he salutes and he says, "Pass, friend."
No questions about the disguise. Hell yeah. Thank God.
Probably just thinks you're wearing different clothes.
Yeah.
I will
And-
follow.
Yep. I begin walking in.
Okay.
Am I
make
stopped?
it in. Are you like
I'm
when
in
she
disguise.
was yes, I know that, but when she was produced for her or when she was stopped for her ID, were you like right next to her?
Yes.
Then no, you're not stopped.
Yes.
Come with me.
Yes.
So you guys make it into the Senate building. Do you remember where to go? Question mark navigation.
Oh.
I'm about to
Survival?
say, I think it was just straight down the hall, right? Did
I
you
don't know,
want me
was
to
it?
roll survival? Sorry.
Oh, I do.
Oh boy, survival in the freaking council building.
Does Vazarai remember where to go? Let's be fair. That's a reasonable thing for Vazarai to have to roll for.
8.
I guess
Hey.
Carlos should have went with you guys.
Left, right, left. No, right.
Everything
left,
looks the
left,
same.
right. You take the left direction, and you go down that hallway. It looks pretty familiar. There's a blue carpet, white walls, and the hallway that you walked down last time had a blue carpet and white walls. So you walk down this hallway with a blue carpet and white walls.
Does Vin have the opportunity to roll 2 in case he notices Vazarai getting lost?
Does Vin have a reason to doubt? And that's up to Vin. Does he have a reason to doubt your direction finding?
Don't. That's a good point, and no, I don't.
Okay.
There you go. So he says nothing, and as far as you're aware, you walk longer than you should have, and you look around and you realize all of the corridors have blue carpets and white walls.
Almost like a theme.
Something is wrong.
What is it, Lady Pinefall?
Forgive me, but I wish to not. To put it bluntly, I'm lost.
Okay, now I will try to find the right way.
Okay.
By the love of God.
No!
God.
I got a nat 1, and if we're doing survival, that would be a 5.
He doesn't know either. Fuck.
Find a guard.
Find a guard. Why didn't the guard just escort us?
It's up these stairs over here, okay?
Why are there no
No.
gods in this cursed place?
Clearly, we got to take these stairs. There were stairs last time, so it's got to be up these stairs. So you go up the stairs. And you walk for a little while.
Deeper into the belly of the beast.
And the corridors and everything start changing, and the hallways and the tapestries and everything starts changing. It becomes a little bit more.
What do you mean changing?
Okay,
Like
I'm gonna use
transforming, or like they're just different in this
the
other
decor.
area?
You start walking down the hallway, and the decor and the design of the hallway becomes different. You know how like every government building has that beautiful front facade, and then they have like the back offices where the monkeys work? You know, the pencil pushers in them? It's like that kind of a change. Like, it's still a nice place, but now you're like where the working stiffs go and not where the important people walk around and go, oh yes, what's such a rich and historical building? So you've now gotten into the area where like the clerks and the administrators and the middle managers and the bureaucrats are all hanging out by their water coolers in their conference rooms and their fucking private
How big
offices.
is this building?
Pretty big, pretty
Pretty
friggin'
massive
huge.
from what I understood.
Yeah, it is. It is quite large.
Is it
like-
bigger than 500 feet square?
I believe it is.
Oh yeah, it's dozens of stories tall, and the corridors that you walk around in right now, they're 60 feet high. These are long, tall, echoing archways. But then you start getting into sort of the more working quarter areas, and they go down to 30-foot high ceilings in the hallways, which is much more economical and reasonable than the 60-foot ones.
I wager dragons should be walking these halls.
A dragon could fit in this hallway.
Oh, that is good to know for later.
Now, how do we deal about the fact that we are lost?
As you guys are
Ask
As you
someone
guys are-
for directions, Lady Pinefall. Must I tell you everything?
there's an aide in the corridor walking by.
An aid?
An aide, like an administrative aide or a page or whatever you call
I'm
them.
going to try and wave them over.
I don't
They
want
come over.
aids.
Comes over. He says, "Ah, good day.
I'm
Hello."
the shield mate, and I'll take the hit.
Oh.
Have to save your bloodline.
Save your bloodline from the embarrassment of asking for directions.
It is my fault. Forgive me.
It's okay, Mr. Vinshenzo. I'll roll down the window and ask the stranger.
Okay, we find the aid.
Yes, I do believe we are lost, and we are looking for the council chambers. And I'm going to specify that I wish to speak with the Sphinx, specifically his name.
Okay. You, the aide says, "Oh, absolutely." He asks if you have a meeting.
Yes.
I do not have a meeting. This is rather important too.
Oh, he says, I don't think I can just take you there without a meeting or anything. That's quite a privileged seat of office. He says,
It's more of an urgency, but if he wishes to be angry about it, we can discuss that issue later.
roll persuasion. Persuade this poor court page to go bust down the door of the Senate Sphinx.
How far have we walked at this point? How many feet?
You've walked probably like 200-300 feet.
14 persuasion.
Oh.
Oh, the page acquiesces and realizes that if anybody's going to get in trouble for the fact that you're disturbing the Sphinx, it's probably going to be you and not him.
It will be me,
And,
and it will not be you.
And so he takes you to a fairly familiar looking door. But he does not point you to this very familiar looking door. He actually points you to a smaller door beside it, which is a very large hatchway.
More
large,
likely
as
his
in, like-
quarters or something, not the actual council room itself.
Yeah, large as in like a sphinx-sized creature could probably fit in that door.
Okay. I'd like to enter.
Okay. Conveniently, the page dis-fucking peers before it could be considered that it was he who led you to this place. Assuming that there is a,
Yes, go back to resting on your laurels.
Okay, you knock on the door, and a booming voice tells you to enter.
Fazray opens the door and begins to enter.
Okay.
Vinshenzo in tow if he wishes to join me.
You push the door open, and in front of you, behind a very long basalt desk, is the Sphinx.
Oh boy.
Is he alone?
Akaros.
Is Akaros by himself?
He is not by himself. There are some minor... Well, they're not minor. They look like they're just functionaries, but they seem to be well-dressed functionaries of the Azorius Senate.
All right. There you are. I wish to speak with you on an urgent matter, perhaps in private.
Let me just take a look and see if can see through your thing.
My disguise?
Your disguise was 9. Oh yeah, he knows exactly who you are. He says, "Ah, yes. It is King Vinshenzo and his shield maiden, Vasserai Pinefall, I believe." And he looks down at his three subordinates and he says, "Give us the room for a few minutes. This is bound to be interesting."
She gives a bow and thanks to the recognition.
The three functionaries nod and leave through a side door at the back of the room, and the Sphinx looks up and says, "Yes, seems you're wanted for arrest. I assume it's some sort of rumor, conspiracy. Have you come here to clear your name? I've been waiting."
Clear my arrest? What do you speak of?
Well, seems as though somebody with the details describing you two committed a theft, although it was never reported what was stolen, at a rot farm in the Golgari Swarm's premises. Is this true? Was that you?
Vazray, God, that's gonna be deception. She looks kind of confused for a moment. Actually, yeah, she's just gonna look confused for a moment. But this is the Sphinx, and she'd rather be honest with him.
Okay.
I believe the theft was the log, wasn't it?
No, the wagon.
Probably the
He-
wagon, which you had nothing to do with.
Said
Oh,
he
I knew
he
nothing
said
of
that
it.
it was not reported what was stolen, so he did say those words.
Oh,
Yeah,
in
did Vazrai steal anything?
No, in fact, then in that case, yeah, she'd literally know
What's his
nothing.
name?
His name is Akaros.
Yes, Mr. Akaros, we have what is stolen right here. We are ready to return it to you for you to examine.
His eyes light up with curiosity.
Fazray is very confused by whatever is going on, but considering the papers, that surely is not what he meant. She produces the papers that Carlos had found earlier and presents it to Akros.
Present him the document, Lady Pinefall.
She nods and presents the document.
Oh. Documents are presented. He takes them in a ginormous paw. And using the power of his immense mind, he holds them up in the air and flips through them one by one, allowing them to drift past his massive sphinx eyes, and says, "Whoa! Secret plans, eh? Some delightful signatures, too.
You seem,
What do you have to say for all this?"
You seem less than amused.
The collection of pages slowly float down, and he says, well, regardless of how I feel, whether you're telling the truth or a lie, this can't hardly be considered good news. Either you're lying, in which case that's wrong, or there's actually going to be an attack on a very important piece of farm infrastructure that feeds part of the city, which is also bad. So tell me, you think I should be smiling?
No.
What will you do about this?
He furrows his brow. He says, well, I'll do what must be done. I'll disperse this to my investigators, and we shall verify whether or not this attack is actually going to come to pass. And if it does, it shall be met with the full force of the law.
This investigation, how long will it take?
As swift as the Azorius could ever make it.
I thank you for taking this seriously.
And how many days will that be?
He scratches his head or he doesn't scratch his head, he's a sphinx. He's better than that. He tells you that he will dispense this information to his best men, to handle the business swiftly, and they should probably get it done in a few days or so.
A few days, and there may be blood in the streets at your hands.
He asks if you have another suggestion.
What confirmation do you need? We will produce it quicker than your best men.
He tells you he needs proof that the Golgari are actually going to attack.
And what to you is significant enough proof that this is not?
He says if they actually see, like if his investigators can find these soldiers and see that they are actually gathering to do harm, then a response will be drawn up. And he says as a further measure of protection, he's going to increase security on the aquatic farm in question to ensure that there are no casualties.
That may, if this attack were something that could happen, wouldn't that, I mean, it would be good as a deterrent, but I do fear that, never mind.
No,
Okay.
you raise a good point, Lady Pinefall. What are the chances that your best men, as you say, can be corrupted, or that we aren't being listened to right now, and the evidence, or whatever evidence you need to prosecute these evildoers isn't already being destroyed?
The Sphinx squints his eyes and says, "You think I'm being spied upon? Think this place is not safe?"
I believe you have been weakened, and that you cannot see it.
Oh.
Fazray says absolutely nothing and just stands still.
Roll persuasion.
Who, me? Alright, let's
Yes.
freaking go. I am going to... Well, hold on. Never mind. Persuasion...
A lot.
That is 29. Persuasion.
Sphinx relents. He says, "Perhaps you're right. Perhaps following the letter of the law in this case would cause more tragedy to be brought, and we cannot afford that at this time. I do not feel good rendering judgment without solid proof, concrete proof, that ill has been done here. You understand, it's a delicate balance that I must hold between the guilds, and unjustly attacking one, even in the name of righteousness, could potentially cause a spiral downwards into chaos. But at this point in time, the needs of the many are much more important than my moral obligations."
As a follower of Bahamut, I can understand your predicament.
When was the last time you set foot in the Undercity?
He scoffs and he says, "I haven't been there in ages. My work demands me to stay up here."
I grew up in an Undercity, as it were. I've seen the evils that manifest in the streets. The one here, it grows and festers.
Oh. He nods his head and he says, "Well, what must be done? It's not something that I would approve of, but it seems as though the best way to handle this situation is to use the shadows."
Oh.
I hate to ask it, King Vinshenzo, but you seem to be uniquely positioned to have the best understanding of the situation. Are you willing to lend a hand?
Speak the proof you need and we will find it.
You've brought me the proof. I will use this as substance enough to justify my actions. I can send Azorius arresters and members of law enforcement. I can take them down, and they can help fend off whatever attack comes, and
act as the official observers of whatever transpires there, so that it may be entered into law. And, perhaps, with luck, I can back-channel with the Legion and send some of their soldiers down to wait. I can handle things from the side of the council, but in order to ensure that they do not win, I will need somebody on that platform, or somehow we must dissuade the sabotage from happening. Otherwise, good people will starve.
That is something that I do fear would happen, is good people could be in great danger.
As you have admitted, our response through the Senate would be official, it would be loud, and it would be slow. But you're much faster. Much able to get things done. In a more quiet, subtle way, as you've already proven by getting me these documents.
Time marches on as we speak. What needs to be done? Speak plainly.
We need to thwart this attack. And then we must do it in such a way that the blame can be squarely placed on the guilds who are responsible, so that they can be brought to light and be made to pay justice for their crimes.
Playing on a level playing field. Battlefield, rather. They
illuminate the shadows. Bring their filthy deeds to light, so that they may be held accountable for their crimes.
Yes.
Yes.
I can ensure that if they are attacked, we can have officials who will watch, who can see what happens, so that the evidence is irrefutable. But I need someone trustworthy to be there to ensure that lives aren't lost, innocent lives aren't lost. Because if we play the hand, if they know that we have this information, it might not do the attack, and it could make us look bad.
I'd be honored to assist in this defense.
He nods his head, and he says, I think with you handling the defense of that farm, then truly shall all be well in hand.
Vinshenzo nods, and then he will say, I assure you, no member of the conclave will suffer, will die that day. I will ensure it. And one more thing. You must give your praise to Lady Pinefall here. If it weren't for her, this issue would have been handled privately.
The Sphinx bows his head to you, Lady Pinefall, and offers his heartfelt thanks.
It is an honor to assist with this matter.
Okay. And with that, given that night is on a time constraint, and this is a pretty wrap up to a number of bow things, we'll continue the rest in IC.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna bounce out and go deal with my dog. I'm sorry.
Nope, get her done.
Get her done.
There is
Next week
evil
is
building in your legion, my lord. They plot against you.
Welcome back, Commander. The 30th of December is the next upcoming Monday. I will be traveling, so I will not be available. But the 6th of January, which is next year, totally different story.
I'm good whenever.
I'm good for the 6th of January, I believe.
Chill, how are you looking for that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Deadly. All right. So we will hiatus for a week, and then in the new year we shall reconvene.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
In the meantime, let's go.
Yes. Before you three disappear, though.
Get in the IC.
Yes, get in the IC, and I'll try and type it up, seeing as I don't have to worry about running to work immediately, so I'll have time tomorrow morning.
next steps, you three.
Yes.
Paelias, when you return from Sanctuary, what do you intend to do?
Kind of just figure out what's going on with the group, what the plan has become in my absence.
Okay. Carlos?
Well, if the plan is to, from what I understood from what the Sphinx was saying, is he basically wants them to do what Carlos was suggesting, where they set up an ambush, right?
Yeah, Vinshenzo convinced him that doing things by the book is basically going to get people killed and fuck shit up.
Okay.
So,
So in that case, once Vinshenzo comes back and lets him know, like, hey, I convinced him to go with your plan, kind of.
Yeah, I'm surprised Knight or Vazaray went along with that.
Probably because it was the Sphinx saying it, so she's like,
he
well,
went
if
to the
he's saying it, it must
highest
be right.
legal authority, and the highest legal authority said thumbs up.
But anyway, once he comes back, I guess Carlos would go about inspecting the farm covertly and basically trying to find good positions to overwatch, hide, set an ambush, anything like that.
100%. Okay. And Vinshenzo.
I will begin plotting. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention to the Sphinx was, you must keep the prying eyes off of our ship. The Golgari have been trying to garner entrance to the ship.
I'm pretty sure Carlos also did reveal that he believes it to be, who was it again? Fucking
House Demir.
Yeah, House Demir that are the ones that are watching them.
And House Demir, yes.
Okay, so I have to make...
Tell them to leave me alone. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Tell them to leave me alone. Love it.
Deadly. Okay, I got all that information down. That's good to know. Vazrai's going to end up falling in on the plan anyways, because that's the way that's going to happen, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, well, that has been the session. Thank you for showing up. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
That's what I got. Save and load. Save. Okay, the game has been saved. Boop. All right. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Vinshenzo will be scheming.
plotting even.